Today, I'm going to share something that every man should know based on real stopwatch data from over 500 couples around the world. What is the actual average length of intercourse? I'm Dr. Kather Rackernia, urologist and men's sexual health expert. If you care about your performance, confidence, and health, make sure you subscribe and share this with a friend who might benefit too. The big picture. Let's start with the big picture. In today's world, we've built some unrealistic expectations around sex. Movies, social media, even locker room talk. They all paint a picture of what sex should look like, how long it should last, what makes it good. And that pressure, it can quietly sabotage your confidence. But here's the truth. What you've heard about lasting longer is probably wrong. So, let's take a look at what real data says. Not opinion, not hearsay, but actual numbers. Stopwatch. Timed. What does sex mean? Before we dive in, we need to define what sex meant in this particular study. The researchers defined it very specifically as penile vaginal penetration from the moment of entry to the moment of ejaculation. It does not include foreplay or other types of stimulation. That doesn't mean that's what sex should mean to you. Everyone's experience is different, and intimacy includes far more than penetration alone. But for the sake of this study, we're talking specifically about penetrative intercourse between men and women. Now, why does this matter? Because understanding the data helps reduce anxiety. So many men worry they're not lasting long enough. Why does this matter? But most of the time they're doing just fine. They've just been comparing themselves to a fantasy, not reality. So, what do men believe is the ideal duration? In medical terms, we call this the intravaginal ejaculation latency time, or IELTS. Basically, the number of minutes from penetration to ejaculation. Men on average say the ideal duration is about 16 minutes. They also estimate that the typical guy probably lasts around 9 minutes. But here's the real world data. Real world data. In this study of 500 couples, each pair was asked to use a stopwatch to measure IELTS during sex. What they found was that the true average was just 5.7 minutes. That's right, under 6 minutes. There was a wide range. Some men lasted as little as 0.1 minutes, just seconds, while others went as long as 55 minutes. But again, the average across a large, diverse population was 5.7 minutes. Interestingly, this number varied by country. In Turkey, the average IELTS was 4.4 minutes. In the United Kingdom, it was nearly 10 minutes, the highest of any nation studied. So if you've ever worried about lasting long enough, you now have the real numbers. And if you're around that average, you're doing just fine. What do women want? Now let's talk about women. What do women actually want in terms of duration? There's no rigorous scientific study on this yet, but a large online survey asked 4,000 women what they preferred, and the average response survey: 25 minutes of penetrative sex. Again, this varies. Every person is different, and preferences shift with age, arousal, connection, and comfort. Focus on satisfaction. But what's important is this: don't chase someone else's number. Instead, focus on satisfaction. Yours and your partner's. That's what matters most. If you or your partner are dealing with concerns like premature ejaculation or difficulty finishing at all, those are common and treatable issues. Recommendations. I recommend 2 things. First, talk to a board-certified urologist. We can help identify whether it's psychological, physical, or both, and get you on the right treatment path. Second, consider working with a certified sex therapist, especially if anxiety, relationship strain, or shame is playing a role.
Eva.
Included a link below to help you find a licensed sex therapist near you. And if premature ejaculation is your concern, I have a separate video that breaks down real solutions, not gimmicks, to help improve control and performance.
Here's
what I want you to remember. There's no magic number for how long sex should
last.
The only number that matters is whether both of you leave the experience feeling satisfied and connected.
I'm Dr. Kather Rackernia.
And if you want more real science-backed answers about men's health, confidence, and performance, hit that subscribe button, because your health and your happiness are worth